YouTube, hello friends. Okay, so I'm just sitting here editing this video and I completely realized I did not have an intro clip. Not that I guess I like absolutely needed one, but I did want to throw this little clip in here, let you guys know what this video is going to entail. So sit back, I'm gonna be very, very vulnerable in this video. Just kind of letting you guys know what's been going on this past week with me, just like mentally, physically, all that jazz. But without further ado, let's get this video started. You guys will see a little bit of my paddleboarding experience here at the beginning, and then I'll dive into the video. And like I said, I'm gonna be a little bit vulnerable in this one, so enjoy. All right, so I am out on a paddleboard right now. This is my third time paddleboarding, and we just saw so many dolphins. But this is my little Saturday reset activity, and it has been delightful. I'm currently just sitting here on the paddleboard, relaxing, but it's gorgeous. Okay, just finished paddleboarding and I kind of feel weird. I'm wearing a shirt, like a swim shirt, because with my show being in 2 weeks, I burn so easily. So I didn't think it'd be smart for me to wear, like I have a swimsuit top on underneath, but I figured I would definitely get a tan line. And that is one thing you don't really want to get before a show, is like have a nasty tan line. So I wore my swim shirt. It worked out well. But I think we're gonna go get coffee, but that was so fun. Exactly what I needed to just reset on this Saturday. Okay, so I'm obviously back home from paddleboarding. I did want to get like just some little short clips of paddleboarding. It was so fun this morning. So I needed that so much, and I'm so glad I did it. That's my third time, I think, paddleboarding ever. First time this year, because although it, most people think it's warm in Florida all year round. I mean, it kind of is, but like paddleboarding, not something you can really do all year round, especially when it gets a little chillier and the water gets cooler. But first time doing it this summer, and it was so fun, and I'm so glad I did it. And when I say I needed it, I wanted to sit down and just share with you guys, because I keep everything real with you guys on this channel, and like there's never anything I'm gonna hide. I have really been struggling the past week, more specifically the past 3 days. So it's a Saturday today. So Friday, Thursday, and Wednesday, I will say toughest by far prep days I've had. And part of me thinks it's just because I've been in prep for so long, and I'm not saying anybody's prep is ever gonna be easy, right? It's all relative, but this has been the hardest prep I have ever endured, just from a standpoint of I just feel like I'm having to push harder than I've ever had to push to get, to the level of leanness I need to get to. And there comes a certain point when you do that for so long, you start to just kind of feel it, and I know I made a video several weeks ago when I was about 3 weeks out from my Texas show, and I said I was really struggling, but I would say the past 3 days, mentally and both physically, most I've struggled this prep, to the point where I always tell you guys I typically don't film when I'm at my lowest of lows, because it's the last thing I feel like doing. When I am having a day, I don't even want to take up my phone. I don't want to take out my camera to film. That is the last thing I want to do. And funny thing is, I think it was Thursday, I drove to the store after I went to the gym, and I literally remember telling myself, Lexie, smile, smile, because I was I was that tired to the point where smiling took effort. That sounds so silly. Today is obviously a rest day, so I went to go paddleboarding because I needed, when I say I've been struggling the past 3 days, it's a combination mentally and physically, and physically. And I am not saying this to say poor me. Prep is a choice, and I'm doing this to myself, right? I just, like I said, I always like to keep it real with you guys, because I know a lot of you guys who watch this are also in prep, or you compete, and it probably helps to know I go through this stuff too. But Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I just felt so not myself. Physically, mentally, I was having thoughts of self-doubt. I was having thoughts of, should I even do Tampa Pro? Should I just maybe call it a season? Should I stop prepping? And I know by now, and I always tell my clients this, never act in the moment on emotion. So when you're having a really bad day, it's very easy to make an irrational decision right then and there, right? Oh, I'm having a bad day. Okay, I'm gonna quit prep, right? Or I'm just gonna take a break. It's very easy to make those decisions in the moment, but you're oftentimes going to regret those decisions that you make right in the moment, right? So I knew knew that, you know, I was having a couple of bad days. I knew that like this too shall pass. I knew that today being a rest day, being a day off of work, like I was gonna probably feel so much better after this day. Like I call it my Saturday reset. And so hopefully tomorrow I wake up and I feel just a lot better. Because honestly, my workouts the past 3 days were so tough. Like to the point where I got into the gym, this never happens to me. I was just like, I don't even want to be here. I was like, okay, maybe I'll make it 30 minutes and like go home. But like my workouts were just, it's again, that's not like me. So the past 3 days have just been really weird in a sense of it's like, I'm not normally like this. Like physically, I have been so fatigued. Mentally, I've just been in a huge funk and just not myself. But like I said, I know myself well enough to know that like usually like my Saturday is my kind of reset day. I feel a lot better after that. So I'm hoping that'll be the case, but I knew I needed to get out of the house today, and that's why I went paddleboarding. I was around people and that really helped. So I'm just sharing with you guys that the past several days have been really tough and definitely by far my toughest prep days. But I'm gonna go into tomorrow. Sundays are kind of the start of the new week for me. When it comes to, I start my work week on Sundays and I also start my training back up on Sundays. So I am going to go into it with a fresh new attitude. I did hit a low weigh-in today, which was exciting because I did need to see that. But yeah, that is what's on my mind. Wanted to share that with you guys. Just the rambles of Lexie, and I am going to continue with this vlog. Okay, so it is the next day. I just got done doing cardio. It is a Sunday. I just did not feel like vlogging the rest of the day yesterday. Like when I filmed that video in the last clip, I don't know, it was just, I was kind of just in a meh mood. So I just finished my first round of cardio. Of course, I always take a towel to put over the time because I have just, especially the deeper I get into prep, like I will just watch that clock and it makes it go by so slow if you just watch that clock. I always see that funny like post out there that's like, what's longer, a treadmill or a cardio machine minute or a microwave minute? In my opinion, it is a cardio machine minute at the end of prep. And then what I did today is, I haven't done this in a while, I actually brought my handy dandy book. Actually, I showed you guys in the last clip, but I actually tried to read. It's not as hard to read as you may think for steady state cardio, as long as you have like a setup where you can kind of prop it up. It's not that difficult. Like, yes, it would be difficult if you're doing HIIT or like sprints or like running, but I was just on the Stairmaster, so it's not that bad, which that definitely helped to kill some time. So round 1 of cardio done and dusted. Now I have a client call here in a few minutes.
For Peloton on Tour LA, it was awesome. I'm a little biased, right? It's all, but
Okay, so just pulled up to the gym. I am finishing actually what I call my happy juice. This is my Bubblicious flavored Ghost Energy drink. Shout out to Bob. I think he watches my channel. He sent me these. He's so awesome. But you guys, if you have not tried the Bubblicious strawberry splash flavored Ghost Energy, you are missing out. It's kind of hard to find, but it's my favorite. So I'm enjoying this before I go train legs. And yeah, I'm gonna have a good workout. I'm determined to make it a good workout. Got all my cardio done for the day. I put a little clip earlier in this video of me doing my second round of cardio on my Peloton, and I'm kind of sad because it was my milestone ride, so it was my 1000th Peloton ride, right? And anytime like you get a milestone like that, and you do a live ride, so like a live ride with an instructor, like it's actually recorded live, sometimes they'll shout you out. And so I was so excited. I hopped on a live ride. I don't do them often, but I was able to hop on a live ride with my favorite instructor, and I was like, maybe she'll give me a shout out for my 1000th ride, and I didn't get one, but it's okay. Nonetheless, we keep going. It was a fun ride. I like doing them live if I can. Rarely can I do it live, but it worked out today. So now I'm gonna finish this and go train some glutes, and then I'm gonna go to the grocery store. I'll take you guys with me because I do have to do a little bit of a haul. My pantry, my fridge are pretty bare, so I need to stock up on some staples at Walmart, and I will show you guys what I get. But first, let's go train some glutes. Okay, I'm home from the gym, home from Wally World. Quick little rundown of what I got. I actually didn't get a ton of stuff. I just got like my normal Walmart staples. I don't know about you guys, but I get like certain things at certain grocery stores. So I grabbed some almond milk, first and foremost, grabbed a couple bags of frozen peas because I'm still quite frankly on my pea kick, and I have been for a while. Love peas, and frozen peas are just so easy, so easy. I did pick up a few tuna packets. So I specifically love the Great Value tomato basil flavor, and I love the ranch flavor. Macros are super great for these. I mean, very low fat, very low carb, pretty much mainly protein. Just a really easy source of like protein if you need it. I did get some Fruit Punch Crystal Light because I like this in my water from time to time. Also, I got a couple of these sparkling waters. So occasionally I'll have these sparkling waters. Like I'll have one if I'm needing a little something like sweet. It doesn't bother like my digestion or anything. I know I'll probably get questions of like, oh, you drink that in prep? Yes, I do. Probably not something I drink like a few days out from my show, but definitely a really good option if you are just a little hungry, or you know, you need a little something sweet in between meals. It's just like sparkling water, only flavored. So got that. I got, let's see, I got a couple of packets of instant decaf coffee because I like making my instant decaf little cold brew concoction. And these are just like single serve pouches, so they're kind of nice. Oh, and I got some chicken, and then I got some eggs. They're in the refrigerator already, but I also got some chicken. I didn't get a ton of it because typically on Tuesdays, which I have like 2 more days, I stock up on chicken at a local grocery store here because it's always on sale every Tuesday. And then, oh, I want to show you guys something too. So I went to Sprouts the other day, which is a grocery store. It's kind of like a market type of grocery store. It's kind of like a Trader Joe's almost. But I found this organic seaweed salt. And the reason I got it was because it was on sale. It was like 99 cents. And I was like, oh, I need some salt anyways. So I got it, and essentially it's just salt, but it kind of has like a seaweed kick to it. So it's very interesting. Yeah, so organic seaweed salt. You guys know I love those little seaweed papers. So it kind of reminds me of like seaweed papers because like I said, it's very like, it definitely has, you can definitely taste like the seaweed hints and flavor, but really it's just like mainly salt. So anyways, I wanted to show you guys that because I've been using a little bit of that on my food. So that is just my little mini Walmart haul. Like I said, I go to different grocery stores for different things. So this is kind of just like my Walmart staples. But anyways, I'm gonna put this stuff away, and I need to take a shower, and I need to do some work, finish up some work, and I will touch base with you guys later. Okay, real quick, I just have to show you guys, don't mind me. I already just opened this. I logged one of these for the day, so I'm chowing down on it. But this is legit such an easy meal. Like if you are somebody who, let's say, does not have a lot of time and you don't like to spend a lot of time meal prepping, you could easily throw a packet of tuna, which this has 17 grams of protein, by the way, and sweet peas together. Like literally this would take no prep. You just throw this in a Tupperware and throw the tuna on top, and that is such an easy meal. You know, and you could always add, you know, nuts if you need a little bit more fat. You could add, you know, you can add carbs if you need to, but like this, I would just say frozen veggies are such a good meal prep hack because they don't go, I mean, I would say they never go bad. Of course they go bad eventually, but they stay, you know, like good for so long. Tuna is so easy for just an easy source of protein. But yeah, I just had to share that because I feel like sometimes people overcomplicate meal prep. And now I'm not saying like this is a meal I meal prep all the time or anything. I just thought of this as I was putting away the groceries and figured I would share it in case it's helpful for anybody. But sometimes it's just all about simplicity, you know? You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, and I just thought I'd share this if, you know, if anybody watching is somebody who needs like super simple meal prep ideas. Okay, so I just have to show you guys, I'm still absolutely loving this concoction, and I used to show this a lot on my channel, but I mentioned that I got the Folgers little sticks of instant decaf coffee. So I'll add this into a shaker cup, and don't mind my nail polish bottles in the background. I don't really know why I have them on my, I don't know how they ended up there, but anyways, I'll add one of these to my shaker cup, and then I'll add like a splash of almond milk, and then I'll fill it up with ice water, and then I'm still adding my chocolate greens. These are so so flipping delicious, you guys. If you need a good greens powder, like try this out and thank me later. And then I add in like a tablespoon or two of PESCIENCE protein powder. I've been on the white chocolate macadamia kick, but basically I put it in my shaker bottle and I shake it up and then I refrigerate it. And it's such just it's such a sweet like coffee drink, and it's really low calorie. I mean, really there's not much to it besides the protein powder that I put in, but it is so good. And I used to have this all the time, but I've been revisiting it, having it again. So if you need a little sweet treat, a little hack, just to, you know, curb your hunger or a sweet tooth, this is super delicious. Okay, so it is now the next day. I just checked in with my coach and I am waiting on a response from him, but I will basically put my progress pictures up here. I think if I look really closely, I can see a tie-in, but honestly, like the deeper you get into prep, you just get these like skewed goggles, and it's really hard because you look at yourself all the time. So sometimes like you start to question, am I really seeing that? Like, is it actually there? But those are my progress pictures. I'm feeling a lot better this morning. So it's Monday. Yesterday when I vlogged, I was like, oh, like I was hopeful that for my workout I was gonna like be all energized and everything, but I was still just pretty like down in energy yesterday. But I woke up this morning and I was like, Lexie, it's gonna be a great week. And I'm not too upset about my progress pictures. I'm pretty satisfied with those. So we are like, I think 12 days out now. I think so. So I'm waiting for my coach to respond. We'll see what he says, but I've got a couple more days and then it is peak week again. But I wanted to go ahead and just wrap up this video here because I think it's getting a little bit longer. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a little all over the place, and I really just wanted to speak from the heart. You guys know I like to keep it real, and I am feeling so much better today, thank God. But I just like to always share like when I'm going through, you know, just maybe like rough patches, because I know that if I share it and somebody else is watching and potentially going through something similar, sometimes it's very comforting to know like you're not alone. And so one of the things like this weekend that I did is I really sat down and I made a list of like what makes me happiest, right? Like what do I notice day to day that makes me happy, that fills up my cup? And I made a list of those things, and that way going into this week I can really hone in and implement all of those things. You know, so one of the things, I will be very honest, that makes me happiest is just staying super busy with my clients and my work and giving back to them as much as possible. And potentially last week, maybe why I was feeling a little down was also because I was, you know, work was a little slower. And as silly as that sounds, like I love spending all my time with my clients and just working with all of that. So that's really what I'm going to hone into this week. I am taking clients if you are interested. I don't talk about it a lot on here, but my coaching link is always below. I coach competition prep clients and also lifestyle clients. But a little shameless plug there. But I am going to wrap up this video. Don't forget, my suit giveaway is still going on. So you can watch my last video to see how to enter to win a replica of my Razzle Dazzle Red Radiance suit that I wore on stage and that I'm gonna wear again coming up at the Tampa Pro. Comment below if there's anything you guys want to see between now and my next show being the Tampa Pro. Like I said, we are, what do you know, 12 weeks out. I put my little physique update before this, but I feel like I've been a little bit quieter about just my progress the past week or two, just because, like I said, my mental state has been a little, I don't know, just abnormal. But rest assured, I am back to my normal Lexie today. And I hope that wherever you guys are at in the world, that you have a great rest of your day.